Yanderedev, going from one of the most respected indie game developers with a highly popular game and a pretty good reputation to being a living joke when the word game developer is mentioned. This is the downfall of Yanderedev. But every downfall has a start, so let's take a look at his. Yanderedev, whose real name is Alex Mahan, is a 32-year-old independent American game developer who resides in California. He was born on June 30th, 1988. He worked for a video game company for 3 years prior to the creation of Yandere Simulator and left to pursue his dream of becoming an indie game developer. He has worked on 5 console games and 5 mobile games for an unknown company. Between 2013 and 2014, Yanderedev produced several game prototypes, though none of them became popular. In March of 2014, he pitched the idea of a schoolgirl severe emulator in 4chan, and the idea was met with a very positive reception, so he began working on the game. When he began working on the game, he also made a YouTube channel to document it, and the YouTube channel is named Yanderedev. The game was being worked on quite frequently, and YouTubers played it, such as Markiplier and PewDiePie. The game was met with pretty good feedback, because the YouTubers that played it in question really enjoyed it, and the videos were really popular, and it got Yanderedev's channel to 2.68 million subscribers. But what went wrong in this? Let's take a look at the downfall of him. Well, the downfall was caused because of his game not being all too good. Not in the sense of like the gameplay, the sense of like the production of it. The reason why he has lost so much respect that he had before, it's because of his repeated mistakes that he won't solve. One of them is the messy code. Coders call it spaghetti code, but yeah, it's just messy. Like, take a look at this. Why do this? You need to clean up your code, man. And this spaghetti code problem is pretty big during the game, because a lot of people who had really powerful PCs had major performance issues because of the messy coding, and he didn't fix a lot of bugs and stuff like that. I'm sure he can work on them, but he has other bloated stuff to put in the game. Another reason why people don't like him that much is because of his developing tactics. Like, he doesn't really develop what actually matters in the game. He just puts a lot of useless garbage and makes the game more bloated, but at the same time, he focuses more on the useless garbage than making the full-on game. For example, adding Coconut Haruka and adding a bunch of useless stuff in the game and coding for it and all of that stuff, but not finishing the actual game to make a smooth gameplay experience. I do not understand why is he doing this? Why is he bloating the game? Because this schoolgirl stealth game should be finished. It was supposed to be finished around 2019. But this is another problem. Yanderedev isn't very productive in the sense that he spends a lot of his time doing something else when he can work on the game. That is not bad, but when you do something else and use it as a completely useless excuse, stop doing it. And this thing I'm talking about is emails. Yanderedev, of course, being a big YouTuber, receives a lot of emails, and he made a deleted video about saying people to stop sending him emails, because that slows down the progress of the game. But dude, you can close your email, you can delete it, or you can just ignore it and work on the goddamn game. And another thing, he also lies, in the sense of he says that he works on Yandere Simulator 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. but in reality, he's streaming games on Twitch instead of working on the game. Dude, if you're gonna like that, just get a little studio. But that is a problem because Yanderedev does not really accept people helping him with his game. Which is a problem because this game is too bloated and too big already for its own good. He should make a statement saying that he should need actual people working with him on the game, because as of right now, the game is far from finished, and he just keeps adding the useless stuff he said beforehand. So why don't you hire a few people that are willing to work for your terrible project and maybe make it at least slightly better. And about the code, I said about it earlier, but I made a pretty surface level statement and not going deeper into it. Let me tell you something about his code. It's terrible because he is incompetent due to his terrible coding skills. He writes tons of redundant code to his game, mostly using if, else if, this, and update statements. While there's nothing wrong with using these statements, he uses them way too much, making the code hard to read and slowing down development. And that is a problem with the game too. The fact that he doesn't really know how to code well, along with his inability to work on the project and just overall laziness, slows down the project by a lot. That is why you should hire game developers to help you with the project, because as of right now, as I said earlier, it's terribly coded, way too bloated, it has a lot of useless stuff, and it's kind of not that good. Fans of stealth games would think the game is alright, but no, even they think that the game isn't that good, because of these glaring issues that stand out from the game. So Yanderedev, if you're watching this video, please hire a smaller company or just make your own and start hiring people so they can help you with your game and they can help you with fixing it, especially. That's it for this video. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram. If you like my videos, subscribe, leave a like even if you like this video, leave a dislike if you don't like it, comment, do everything you want, man. Have a good day.